Hey guys, Kurt here with NK Garage, and welcome back to the shed. I know it's been a while. I've been kind of on a hiatus for the past couple weeks. Just been way too busy with work, constantly working long hours. So we're back. We're here in the shed, and today we have a tool haul and also some dump diamonds for you guys. So I got the dump diamonds up here on the workbench. So I'm gonna turn the camera around. We'll take a look at those, and then we'll get into the tool haul. Alright guys, this is what we got. All three pieces here came from our local transfer station, the local dump. My dad picked all three pieces out for me. And let's jump in and take a look. So first up we have this Craftsman leaf blower. It's a handheld blower, 25 cc's. And believe it or not, I just played with it. I got it running, but it only runs with the choke on. So I'm going to say it's probably either just some bad gas or carburetor needs to be cleaned. So I'll probably do both. I'll probably drain the tank. There's not much fuel left in there anyways. Take the carburetor apart, clean that out, and put some new gas in there, and I'm sure it'll run just fine because it was running good with the choke on. It just won't stay running once I put turn the choke off. But yeah, can't complain with that. Great price, cool little blower. Alright, next up, also Craftsman. My dad found this tool chest. He called me the other day and he said, there's a Craftsman tool chest here, do you want it? And I said, I'll always take a free toolbox and see what I can do with it. Because regardless, it can always be used for parts or something. So it's a Craftsman, it's got 4 drawers. This was the model that used to have the 3 little parts trays in the bottom. You can kind of keep your hardware organized. That was not included. And neither was the key. I haven't even opened it up yet. So here's the inside. It's got the top tray. And of course, you know, it's dirty. There's a piece of plastic in here. Also, I think my dad said that was a magnet. He said it was a heavy duty magnet. There's a no-name pick over there. But let's see what the drawers look like inside them. First drawer works good. There's a screwdriver bit in here. Second drawer seems to work. We got some composite board. Third drawer, same thing. And the fourth drawer. So got a little bit of slide issue going on there, kind of as expected. I think this is going to go in my other shed. I have another shed, and that's where my woodworking tools are, my table saw and my chop saw. So I think I'm going to bring this up there and I can put some stuff in there. Doesn't hurt to have an extra free toolbox. So again, you know, can't complain. My dad was asking me, he wanted to know if it was made in USA, what year it was. I haven't really had the time to look at it. I don't see any stamping in the metal, which is usually from the older ones. I'd have to look at it more. This is probably one of the ones with the stickers, maybe from the late 90s, early 2000s. And then the third dump diamonds, we got this RCA little boombox radio, whatever you want to call it. My dad brought it home, tested it. He says it works, but the CD player doesn't work. But that's fine. I'm going to just keep it down here in the shed and use it to listen to the radio. So again, can't complain with that either. Alright, so the tool haul is in this box here. And I've got it labeled down here. This was from the Elephant's Trunk Flea Market, April 25th. So it's been over a month. I haven't even had the time to touch the tools. Alright guys, I got all the tools laid out, so let's jump in and take a look. As you see, I've got a nice variety of all sorts of kind of stuff. Nice little tool haul. So let's jump in and take a look. I think we'll start over here. So in the back, I was lucky enough to find this new old stock vice grip. So this is the 10R original on card. We've got the Do It Peterson logo in here. And then according to this, I think it's right here, it says 94.97 copyright. So we'll call that a 97.
pretty good. I bought pretty much half these tools from one guy, including the stuff you'll see in the first half. So I don't actually know what anything individually was priced, but I'm going to tell you it was definitely a good deal. This is the Lyle Wire Terminal Tool Systems. Just a little, 6M1 multi-tool, automotive, made in USA. We'll go down this way. Got another vice grip. Walder's vice grip. Do-It Peterson, of course. And this one is the older style without the quick release lever, or the easy release, whatever they call that. So this is the number 9. That's what they used to refer to it as. Another pair of locking pliers. This one caught my interest. Like I said, this was a month ago, so if there was something written on here, I probably forgot already. Samson lever jaw wrench, patent applied for. So I've never had that one before, I don't think. Definitely pretty cool. This is the Auto number 8 Erie Toolworks. I don't know if there's supposed to be a spring in here or if that's just how it works. But I thought it was cool, picked it up. Slip joint pliers, Craftsman Western Forge. Talking about Craftsman, here's a pair of little tin snips. I have the bigger ones, so I wanted this to complement the pair. 45463 USA. Little pair of Craftsman Robo Grips. This is something, I made a comment about it. This is a hoe, I believe. Gardening hoe, farmer's hoe. It's huge. I mean, it's about 12 inches wide, 12 inches tall. It looks like you need about a 2-inch wooden handle to stick in there. So it looks like it's a W Wills. I'm not sure if there's supposed to be more part of that stamping. Number 126. And then there's a little hand there. And then on this side it has these 3 stamps. But I thought it was cool. I made a comment about it. I said, wow, that's the largest one I've ever seen. And the guy gave it to me for free. I said, just take it. I want you to have it. So I was, all right, I'll take it. I'll see if I can get around to putting a handle on that. This is Ampco, the S10. So this is a beryllium prying bar. Pretty cool. Non-sparking, of course. This is Binks Manufacturing Company, 5-32. I'm assuming this is for like an oxyacetylene tank, something like that. This also seems to have like a coppery finish on it, so I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a non-sparking tool or something like that as well. Then we have, always a favorite of mine, Williams Engineers Wrenches. I've been trying to put a collection together. This is the number 2, which is 1932. And up here I have the number 12. And then this one is the number 13. So I have more hidden away somewhere. I don't know if I have this one. 1932 sounded like one that I don't have. And like I said, I'm trying to put that, make a whole set. This is SPKR wrench Mod B with an offset. Again, not something I've had before. There's a stamp down here. Looks like PD. Looks like it's in good shape. Here's like a multi-farmer's wrench, equipment wrench, something like that. Moyer. 225. Then we got some more pliers and stuff. So fencing pliers. And this is a Powercraft. And they seem like they're in pretty good shape. I thought Powercraft was definitely a cool brand to find. This guy, definitely looking interesting. Another weird, wacky, adjustable wrench. I haven't seen any markings on it at all. So I'm not entirely sure who made it, when they made it. And we have the Craftsman Handy Cut Professional. I always pick these up anytime I find these. These things are very handy to have. And then down here, I got this giant pair of end nippers. This thing's got to be over a foot long, probably like 14, 15 inch. It is marked, it's the quick repair nippers. There is a brand before that, I can't read it, but yeah, you can take them out, sharpen them, turn them around. Pretty cool. And then I got one more pair of pliers here. Sears needle nose. Thought that was interesting. And actually there's one more pliers up here. These are Bernard's pliers. Seem pretty nice. They're little end nippers. Yeah, definitely cool. Haven't had these before. Alright, we have like a hatchet head. No handle. I know there's some maker's marks in here. I just gotta find them. Let's see. Herds. It's in there. HURDS. And then there's another mark. Cast steel. And it's a number 2. I got this just for fun. It's a little SK Tools screwdriver bit pouch. So there's 8 screwdriver bits that are supposed to be in here in this little vinyl pouch. Got some adjustable wrenches. This one is a Utica design. I can tell by this locking lever that's their design. Somebody's got a rubber grip on here, but once I take that off, that should reveal a Utica. And then I got 2 pairs of these old Crescent adjustable wrenches. The AT16 Crescent Tool Company, Jamestown, New York. And then this one is it's very similar, also Jamestown style, just without the part number. Got 2 sets of Sears Craftsman USA Allen key pouches. They're a little bit crunched up, but I enjoy these. I find it fun to empty them out, clean everything out, and see what's in there, see what needs to be put in there. I have hundreds of spares. Got a whole bag of them, so I like just putting the sets back together. This is probably made by SK. It's just marked USA. It's in like new old stock condition. And this was probably made for another company's toolkit, like maybe JCPenney or something like that. So it doesn't have the SK name on it, doesn't have anybody else's name on it, but it's the SK ratchet 3/8 drive, and it's in excellent condition. I have had the 1/4" version of that before, but I've never seen the 3/8. Then we got a 1/2" drive Craftsman quick release ratchet. This is the VU 44996, USA made. It's their full polish professional series, higher tooth count, I believe. Got a claw hammer. It's a Sears. It's a 16-ounce 3/8 312, USA made. I like my Sears stuff, especially the hammers. I got 2 old screwdrivers here. This one was just this monster stubby. I thought that was pretty cool. I know there is some marking in here. It does say made in USA. And I believe it's... I'm gonna have to clean it up. And then this one here, oh, now I remember. It's a Stanley 100 Plus, the wood handle. And it's number 1003, I believe. And I love my Stanley 100 Plus, the plastic handle one, so that was cool to find the wood handle one. Got a torpedo level. This is a red diamond, number 9. Thought that was pretty sweet. Made in USA. I got this very, very nice Stanley Handyman egg beater drill. Beautiful condition on this. A lot of original paint. Looks like it's barely used, and I can't really open it up. I'm trying to hold the camera, but there are bits in there. So I thought that was awesome. This is something I thought was fun and interesting. It is marked the Rouse non-peril job stick. It's got some patent stuff on here. It's stainless steel, made by HB Rouse and Company, Chicago, USA. Plus we got this guy. I think it might be a stapler. I think you put staples in here. It's the Nevaclog stapling pliers. That's pretty cool. I just dropped the bottom there. Made in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And Nevaclog logo. Alright, I got some big wrenches. I got 3 spud wrenches. The top one here is a Proto. That's pretty nice. There's the Proto logo if you can read it in here with all the rust. Next one is a Herbrand. The Proto's the 2627, and then the Herbrand is a 907A. Then we have a Williams 208. Combination wrench, Proto 1.25 inch. Double box Craftsman 15/16 by 1. Craftsman 1.8 inch by 5/16. And we got a Billings double box, Proto double box, and a Plum double box with the pebble. So that's pretty awesome. That's 1.16 by 7/8. Then later on I found this bag of Craftsman wrenches. They're all V series. And I purchased that with this Craftsman tape measure. I like this style. Originally the guy was asking 15, but I got it for about half that. He realized his prices were kind of crazy. I mean, it's like almost brand new. I like that style. I have a 20 foot here in the shed in yellow. So I thought that was going to make a nice addition here. Then we have some Ideal stuff, new in package. They're crimping tools, electrical, you know, communication stuff, internet stuff. And I just picked them up because they seemed like a good deal. Got another wrench here, Isco 1-inch combination wrench, and then 3 clamps, 3 heavy-duty clamps. These are all going to stay in the shed here. I definitely could use these. So we have a Wilton, an Armstrong, and a J.H. Williams. So that there's the haul. Like I said, I bought this stuff a couple weeks ago, and I just haven't had any time. Things have just been crazy around here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm crazy tired. I just wanted to get a video out to you guys. I am planning on going to the flea market tomorrow. I haven't been picking in weeks, over a month. This was the last time I was out picking when I bought this stuff. It was a little over a month ago. So I hope you guys enjoy the haul. Let me know what you think your favorite find of the day was. For me, I think that hoe was really cool. You know, I mean, I spent over $200 with that guy. I bought the first half of the table from him. And so he gave me that for free, and I thought that was pretty cool. Plus, there's a lot of other great tools here. A lot of interesting stuff that I haven't had before. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys like the dump diamonds, the free finds, and hopefully things will start to slow down a little bit here, and we can get back into the groove of things, because I'd like to get the videos coming back out regularly again. Just been pretty crazy. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time with another. Have a great day.